right, so let me welcome you all to the conference by CITI, or State of Telecom 2006. Um, and our topic is are those kind of are there remaining bottlenecks, and if so, what is the problem, and if so, do about it. I'm the director of the institute. I'm also a professor of finance and economics at Columbia Business School. Uh, and the reason why we chose this topic was partly because competition and establishing competition has been and protecting it a key element of media and telecom and communications policy for a long time, an active policy with the United States in taking a leadership role. More recently, these issues have moved to the internet space. Net neutrality was one battleground, and now there's the calls for the exercise of control over content by social networks and search engines, the fake news, the hate speech. So control issues is a battle that never ends, and the battlefronts keep evolving. So I thought this would be an interesting, important topic. Partly, it's also based on a book that we in here, a collaboration with me as the editor, who owns the world's media, best book in media economics and management of the year. And so market power issues were therefore on our minds. Um, now, the forces of entrepreneurship and technological innovation will drive change here, and they will potentially drive it towards with certain dynamics towards a more oligopolistic market structure. That's at least what people have been talking about. Uh, but other people, particular from the internet community, often do not wish to discuss these issues. Why not? Because it might give the wrong people, such as politicians and other strange species, to do harm by cracking down, by regulating, and so better kind of to be quiet. I think this is an ostrich-like response. These issues will be out there. They will be discussed. Much better to participate in an informed discussion right from the beginning. And it's important because economically, uh, market concentration here might affect prices and service conditions and quality. Technologically, it might affect innovation negatively or positively. Societally, it might affect diversity of information sources, etc. Market concentration has been a particular issue in the ICT and media field. And why is that? And partly it's because the enormous economies of scale, high fixed costs, low marginal costs that are fundamentally there. There are the network effects. There's the distance insensitivity. So the scale is enormous here and favors large firms, large market shares, oligopolistic. Um, and if that's the case, then what is there to do? Well, if anything, well, the first option is to do nothing, but to the libertarian approach, to let market forces, innovation, entrepreneurship deal with the issue. Is the regulation of behavior, what firms may or may not do. Third is the regulation of market structure, such as antitrust rules. Fourth is the encouragement and subsidization of competitive alternatives. And fifth is perhaps a slowdown of the successful companies, which has been the approach in several countries and regions, just kind of make it miserable for them to do business. So now today we're going to discuss not so much the potential bottleneck, because the net neutrality discussion has dealt with that extensively, but we'll deal perhaps more upstream, the middle mile of CDNs, um, and the cloud infrastructure platforms, and the big four of the internet, the FANGs in America, or uh, GAFAMs in Europe, which if you actually add them up, more like six companies that, well, you know who they are. So now we've had many conferences over the years. This is the first of our State of Telecom annual conferences that we're doing virtually online, partly to practice what we preach, although we've kind of streamed most of our events already in the past. But this time there is not even a physical counterpart to it, because for a variety of reasons. And some of the nice aspects of it is that we have many people, friends, old friends, and new ones around the world participating, or around the country participating in ways that they kind of were perhaps too burdensome in the past. And so these are my words of welcome. You, as the audience, can participate, first of all, by video. We see you often, or you call in by audio phone line. You can make comments and participate, ask questions, raise your hand electronically, and the moderator or I will recognize you. Meanwhile, please mute your audio, or else we will all hear your babies in the background making noise, etc. So we have three great panels and a great audience. Let's get started. The first panel is moderated by Bob Pepper, not as listed Bob Atkinson. Bob Atkinson will moderate the second session. Bob Pepper is not only